I mean, it's crucial. I mean, it's a SEC game on the road with a team that that presses for 40 minutes. They get after you. They rely on the points that they can generate from their defense. We just got to take care of the ball.
Khadijah's kind of been a player that really shines her best in big games and in big situations. So how confident are you that she'll be able to handle that press and keep you guys doing what you do?
Well, Khadijah's, known Auburn for the past 3 years. I think this is Coach Flo's third or fourth year. So we understand what they're going to bring to the table. We just got to make sure we're making, good decisions. And it's a good game for Bianca. Someone that has to play against this style of play for the next few years, and hopefully she can get a kind of a better understanding of them for the future.
Khadijah been okay physically? That thigh bruise?
Yeah, she's been in practice both days, and we haven't gone really hard, but she's ready to go. Psychologically, she knows, she'll have a little bit of pain, but I think she can. I think she'd rather us win basketball games and her deal with the pain than not play.
Dawn, is it maybe a possibility to try to put the both of them, Khadijah and Bianca, on the floor at the same time? They worked really well at the end of the A&M game.
It worked well, and it's something that we've been trying to, play that combination a little bit more, because it gives us a lot more speed, a lot more ability to, play in transition a little bit more, and hopefully we've gained confidence in that duo being on the floor, especially the way they performed against Texas A&M.
Is Bianca the fastest player you've ever coached?
She's pretty fast. Danye's pretty fast too. We just haven't seen a whole lot of her.
Sure.
And she's a little inexperienced, but by far the fastest player with the ball.
Don, when it comes to shot blocking at this level, how much of it is just heightened instinct? How much of it are just tactical things you teach somebody?
It's instinct. At this point, I think when you familiarize yourself with personnel and familiarize yourself where people like to shoot on the floor, and if you can anticipate that, you'll get blocks. For someone like Asia, her length, her ability to play help side is one of the things that she does really really well.
So there's a scouting element to this.
There is. I don't know how much Asia's really thinking about the tendencies, but there is. I mean, they know what our opponents' strengths are and what they like to do on the floor, and we do try to take that option away.
Is her volleyball background something that helps with her being an elite shot blocker?
I think it helps. I think anytime that you can, play a different sport and it requires you to play long and be long, and just the principle of verticality helps when it comes to playing a different type of sport like basketball.
And Dawn, I know you don't really like to look ahead, but Mississippi State on Sunday, they're already trying to get a big crowd in there and hyping it all up. Just how big of you guys have been in big atmospheres, but how big will that one be considering how good they are?
Well, I mean, it depends on what we do on Thursday. I think we need to take care, what's in front of us. We know in this league, what we're challenged with. We know on our schedule, the road schedule that we have this particular season, and the SEC tournament, the national championship game will be on the road. So we gotta learn to take care home like we usually do, and get some wins on the road. And we've done fairly well in our league. So hopefully we can continue that.
Kind of going off of that, how impressed have you been with the way your team's performed so far during this tough stretch?
They are a in the moment type of team. They don't kind of harp on what's happened in the past. They don't get them too far ahead of themselves. They just stay right here in the moment. And for an experienced group like we have, that's their character, and they stay true to form in their character.
How much more comfortable has this team, because you guys have been the top dog in the SEC for a couple of years now, more comfortable is your team now when they go on the road in these hostile environments where, obviously everybody gives you their best?
Well, I think what we've created here at Colonial Life Arena helps us, because it is, to go on the road, to play in front of, a lot of people is, it takes an adjustment. But our crowd is, yeah, of course, it's a favorable crowd as well. But it takes some adjustments. When people want when our opponents, when we play on the road, want their fans to come out and play. I think sometimes they don't they don't understand that it's an adjustment for your players, for the home team. It's an adjustment. For us, we understand it. We're used to playing in front of great crowds, and I think for us, we get up, when we can hush the crowd, when we can able to quiet the crowd down with our ability to play and to stay in character.